Hello, this is Paul, and we are continuing our lesson on number 4 here in section 3. And we're going to be talking about not only the drive information, but how to maintain your drive. Know how much is being used on it and how much is free space, and also you're going to be able to do some maintenance on this. Now, the first thing you want to do is go to My Computer. And we're going to basically be talking about the C drive. And on the C drive is where we have this kind of maintenance to go on. And it's something that you should do on a regular basis, by the way. So from the main screen that you open up My Computer with, we're going to right click on drive C, and we're going to get a menu. Every time you use the right click on your mouse, you will bring up a menu. And then you'll left click on Properties. This will take us into the information of how your drive is being utilized, what kind of usage you have on it. Now, the first thing I want to point out here is the white box there at the top. And this will allow me to give my disk a specific name instead of just a local disk or whatever is default. I will be able to give it a name that I wish. I do this for my flash drives or jump drives, whatever you want to call them. And with the different drives that I have to plug into different computers, I have my specific name coming up on what I am using on here. Now I direct you to the center portion here. The blue space on the pie chart in the center represents how much space is being used on my hard drive, whereas the pink or the red will show me how much is still available to be used for installation of programs or anything I want. So the numbers right above the pie chart there, we got 20,399,372,600 bytes of information stored on this drive. Now that means that the rest of it is empty and free to be used. And it's good to know that my drive is not too full to be able to handle temporary files or any of the special needs of extra space that we need for normal operation. Now in this area here we have something what is called to have compressed drive space. Now when you get a computer and you plan on using this, it's a good idea to use it immediately. Don't wait until the drive gets filled up and then, I'm going to compress the disk and have extra space. It won't work that way, because from the point that you turn that on is the time when that advantage will take place. The files that are already installed on there will remain to take up the same amount of space, but anything added to it will become much tighter on the disk. And now I'd like to draw your attention to the selection on the bottom, the checkbox if you have it there made. Windows really likes that to be allowed. Indexing is something that makes the computer be able to look up certain files and be able to look up programs a little bit faster than if it wasn't. In reality, it will bring in indexing anyway on the fly. But Windows is tuned in to doing something like this. I would like to talk to you about hard disk maintenance, and it's a subject that most people neglect. They do not take the time to maintain their hard disk while it gets populated and fragmented, and there's a lot of things that can be done to keep your hard drive working in the top and best condition. Now the first thing that I need to talk to you about is when you left click on this button here, which is for disk cleanup. It will help you remove all temporary files, backup files, and things that you don't need anymore. The computer will never make any reference to these files, and in doing this you'll free up a lot of space on your computer. Now if you click on the Tools menu with the left button again, you'll be able to work with several tools that will save your drive from crashing. And these things that we are dealing with in this screen is what is going to be essential for the health of your hard drive. The first of these selections on the Tools page is to check for volume for errors. And what it is checking is that when there's an error on your computer for the volume, that file can be lost. So you want to catch those errors and repair them before anything disastrous happens. When you create a application, a letter or anything, it is stored on your hard drive in the form of packets. And these packets are able to make the best use of your hard drive, but they are stored in the first available space. And that means they can be stored in many different locations with as many as 80 or 100 or more packets on the hard drive. Over a period of time, your computer becomes heavily fragmented. And when it's heavily fragmented, it has taken up extra space on your drive, and it might take a little bit extra time for a larger document to open. Now, the solution to this is to defrag. Defragging your drive will not only speed up your loading of documents, but it will also save disk space since it's packing everything together in a common location. Finally, we get into a very heavy subject concerning backing up files. It is very important to know the principle of backing up your files and saving these backups on a different location other than your home. If there should be a disaster in your home, whether if it be by fire, flood, or whatever the natural disaster could be, everything could be lost on your computer, but with backup files being stored at a different location will be the salvation of all your hard work. I have a different location on this website that will give you the principle of what a business will do to handle the process of backing up their files. So be sure to follow up with that part. Backing up files, it is only two segments for you to go through, and you'll understand the principle of it. And remember, it is a good idea to plan for things to happen before they do. Well, this wraps it up for Unit 4, and I hope you got something out of it. Most important is that you take care of your equipment. You have a lot of money invested in your computer, and different people might be investing is several $1,000s on a computer that will do special work for them. And if there is not the proper care put in behind it, then you're waiting for disaster to happen. It's very important to get into some good habits from the start. This is Paul Jones, and this site is sponsored by the First Church of the Brethren on Hummel Street in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We do have our 12-week class that people earn free computers and be able to take them home for their personal use. Thank you for listening.